Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Today we're going to look at why we should learn Spanish. So your daily learning targets. I understand that Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world. I recognize that the countries are spread globally, and I can assess and improve my own learning. You're going to do that in the form of a quiz at the end of this video. So this is the Spanish-speaking world. The dark blue countries are countries where Spanish is spoken exclusively. That is the main language. Like English is our language, Spanish is their language. So you can see we've got countries in Europe, in Africa, in North America, and in South America. The lighter blue is those are countries where Spanish is spoken alongside another language, and the lightest blue are where there are Spanish-speaking communities where Spanish is spoken in addition to a language. So you can see we've got countries and states in the United States, in Africa, and in Asia where Spanish is spoken. So it really is a global language. Now, the reason that Spanish spread around the world was because explorers wanted to have spices and silk that were only available from India and China. And the first of these was a man called Christopher Columbus. In Spanish, that is Cristobal Colon. Now, he was a mercenary, so what that means is that he wanted to make money, and he didn't care how he made it, whether it was right or wrong or good or bad. He wanted to make money. He was Italian. He was born in Genoa, Italy. He worked for the Spanish king and queen, and he believed that the world was round. Now, people thought that if you sailed off into the Atlantic Ocean, you'd fall off the edge. They didn't know that North and South America were there. But he didn't believe that. He believed the world was round. And so he went to the king and queen and said, I think that if I go to the west, I'll sail around the world and I'll end up in China or India. Again, not knowing that North and South America were there. He went on to land on an island called Hispaniola, which is an island in the Caribbean. He discovered that there were a lot of people living there who were very wealthy, and they had lots of gold and lots of natural resources. And being a mercenary, he wanted to exploit them. And so he conquered them, he enslaved the people, and he colonized it. And in fact, the word colonize comes from the Spanish version of his name, Colon. Okay. It also paved the way for people like Hernan Cortes, who was another mercenary. He landed in what is modern day Mexico. He believed that he could conquer the Aztec people, which he did through a combination of trickery, illness. He brought the common cold, and simple force. They'd never seen a man on horseback before. They didn't even know what a horse was. We actually use Aztec words in our language today. The Aztec language was called Nahuatl. A word that we use is chocolatl, which means chocolate. And Cortes brought chocolate back from Mexico, and the Europeans had never seen that before. So that's why the Spanish-speaking world, looks the way it does, because the Spaniards were everywhere. They conquered this area of the world, they conquered areas in Africa, and they conquered areas in Asia. So these are the Spanish-speaking countries. In Europe, we have Spain and the Balearic Islands. So these are, the Balearic Islands are Ibiza, Menorca, Mallorca. In Africa, we have the Canary Islands, so Tenerife, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, Ceuta, Melilla, and Equatorial Guinea. In North America, we have the USA, Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. In South America, we have Paraguay, Uruguay, Ecuador, Chile, including Easter Island, Argentina, Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, and Venezuela. And finally, in Asia, we have the Philippines. So on every continent, practically, Spanish is represented in some way. And these are the countries which speak exclusively in Spanish. It really is a global language, and it is spoken in over 20 countries by over 450 million people. Come back in just a few minutes, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about pronunciation, and I'll tell you where you can find your quiz. See you in a moment. Hasta luego.